Hi there. I recently made these dangle earrings with beads. I've been wanting to use beads with earrings for a while, but it's a bit fiddly and finding something that's easy to put together was tricky. So I finally was able to make this design that I think is really easy to put together. So I made some souffle color recipes to match the beads that I have. You can see here that I blended them into a plug, and now I can just cut pieces off that plug. And I'm going to run them through my pasta machine, not on the thickest setting because these beads are only about 2.5 millimeters thick. So one or two settings down from the thickest setting, and add a bit of texture. I just thought that with the shiny beads that a little bit of texture on the clay would add a bit more interest. This is the linen texture mat in my store. And then I'm using a soapy sponge here to make sure that things don't stick. So these are the beads I'm using. They're quite small, and so the head pins I'm using need to be fairly thin, and I'm using a matching drill bit so that I can drill a hole that's big enough for my head pins. And I'm gonna drill a hole in both ends. You can see that I poke a little pilot hole before I start drilling, because it's easy to just be slightly off center with this, so that little pilot hole helps me get things centered. And put my head pin through one end, and then before I put it through the other end, I'm gonna add all my beads. I'm just kind of going from making a gradient from one color to another. I just was interested to see how that would look with the clay, the opposite gradient. And then once I have filled it, got enough there, I'm very carefully pulling down to the last bead, and then I can push it through that last hole. This is a little blurry, I'm afraid, but you get the idea. And then once that's done, I have just enough on the end to make a little loop with my looping tool, and then it's a simple matter of adding it to your earring findings. Hope that was interesting for you. Thanks for watching.